In the 2020 rookie draft, there were some videos of the Bojdak Mafia maybe putting some hits on members, but no charges got filed. How'd you get it out of that clean?
No comment. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
The Bojdak Mafia. To some, it's a name that strikes fear right into your heart. He beat Mr. Beast in the 2021 championship. Some have said that maybe that puts you in the crosshairs of the Bojdak Mafia. Worried at all about them coming after you?
I prefer to keep this anonymous if we can. I fear every single day for my life.
During that 2021 rookie draft where you were investigating, did you ever fear for your life from the Bojdak Mafia?
I went to the hospital that night. I lost one of my kidneys. And a lung. I used to be able to sing like an angel, but none of you guys have heard me sing of late. Why? I just don't have the lung capacity anymore. It was tough. It was a tough road to recovery.
You always have to be extra vigilant around them and maybe keep your hands in your pockets, make sure they don't steal anything, look over your shoulder, you know.
There's always a level of skepticism when you deal with a Bojdak. I've heard the rumors.
But not every league member is worried about their antics.
Am I supposed to laugh? Hold on a minute. You got a camera on right now? I mean, do you see these? Do you see the other one? I mean, I carry weapons all over me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I have these on top of it? Come on. Who are they going to send? What army? I mean, no. The answer is no. The silly Bojdak Mafia. No, they keep their distance.
Are you worried about the Bojdak Mafia coming after you after the 2021 rookie draft fiasco?
No. In fact, the Bojdak Mafia doesn't scare me at all. The three people supposedly involved in the Bojdak Mafia are the least of my concern.
You'd say you're not worried about the Bojdak Mafia at all?
Of course not. I'm so rich from winning all these championships that I can hire whatever private security details I need at any given time. I'm always strapped. Everybody knows that. I've always got armed guards. I'm not worried about the Bojdak Mafia. Are you kidding me? They're basically in debt at this point. I mean, I know Mr. Beast has some championships, but we all know that he blew that on the three-time brew, which failed epically in the markets.
I'd have to say they might all be on the downward spiral. I think the Beasts have had to have peaked. You know, their team can only get worse. Alex, I think his team continues to underperform. Chris way over exceeded expectations last season. I thought he'd come in 11th, you know, be at the bottom with me, but I'll probably double down on that prediction this upcoming season.
Some people wonder if they're pulling the strings in the entire league. Who controls the finances? Talking about Mr. B. He takes all the dues up front. Who controls the league sheet that has all our cap hits? That's Alex Bojdak right there. And look, we added expansion. Who was the guy who got pretty much unanimously voted in? The Krispy Kremers. You know, I think that speaks to the influence that they have. And not just the influence that they have, maybe they're not fudging the books. I have a hard time believing that. I think maybe adding a couple zeros to their the dues that people need to pay. Even if they're not doing it right now, they always have the chance to.
I think we're audited pretty well by the rest of the league. I would have a hard time getting away with anything, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure I could fudge some numbers, but I've had people correct me in the past, definitely. And I appreciate that people are looking at that because it's a lot of numbers, and I can definitely transpose some things every now and then. So,
and if we do get away with it, that's on you. Got to pay attention.
Do you think that the commissioner has ever been paid off or made some shady business deals with that mafia?
Well, you know, we're recording this less than a week after the draft lottery, and we saw before the draft lottery a message sent to Brendan, you know, offering Brendan $250 for the first overall. So it's just things like that where, you know, we can't really trust the commissioner ever. I haven't trusted him since day one. So it's just, you know, messages like that, comments like that just makes me question the integrity of the league. It definitely wouldn't surprise me if there were some deals going on between the Boydaks and Ryan.
Yeah, people can say whatever they want about me and my integrity as commissioner, but we all know I'm playing. We all know I'm filthy rich from these championships, from the bonuses I've accumulated over the years, from the investments I've made. We all know I don't need that money. It's all a game. I'm actually just trying to see if they're going to slip up. Almost happened. Watch out.
Looking into some trade history, and the two most recent trades between the Bojdak Mafia are Alex sending you Rex Burkhead to complete the running back duo for Houston, and then also Mr. B sending you J.D. McKissick on the cheap to help kind of give you that buffer with Gibson. Some league members have suspected some foul play going on. Do you have anything to address them with?
I mean, if you're worried about J.D. McKissick and Rex Burkhead, then I think you got bigger fish to fry for sure. I don't think any time it's worked out for me, at least. I think J.D. McKissick's still on my roster, but I know Burkhead isn't. If it starts turning into starting running backs, then maybe that would make sense if the league is raising some questions. But at the time, I don't think there's any foul play going on.
With 3 Boydocks in the league, many people have asked, who's really in charge?
Who do you think is the brains of that little organization there?
The little organization, you say? The brains? Now we're just going to assume there is a brain to the organization. What do we got to pick from? We got a fellow old guy like me. We've got a guy who ran off and got married as soon as he could. We got another guy that, he's an awfully nice guy. Really none of them. Now there is a lady in the background, I understand, somewhere. I don't know who she is, but that could be the actual brains. Very possibly.
Personally, I think it's Mrs. B. I think she's probably the leader. She's the smartest of the bunch.
If there's a brains of the organization, it'd definitely be Zeke. He's a good pup. Best dog out there.
I think it's Zeke. I think he is the Air Bud of mob bosses. You know, he's a cute dog on the outside, but I can see what's going on there. It's Zeke. I mean, just since they got him, look what's happened. You know, it's no accident.
But with back-to-back Boydock losses in the championship,
We might have to consider that to stop a commissioner after what he did this last year. But
Yes, I will have to pay off somebody to knock him back down.
Look what happened in 2022. Look what happened come week 13, week 14 in the playoffs. Who took down 3 Boydocks in a row to win the championship?
their monopoly on the league may be at risk.
Can you respond to the rumors that the Hornogs might emerge as a new crime family in the league?
Huh. That's an interesting rumor. There's another rumor going around that Mr. H is going to retire soon. So, you know, with retirement comes more time, and could be more scheming happening because, you know, the Beasts have long been retired, to be quite frank. So there's always that, you know, during the day planning that can go on. It's almost like a 24/7 operation the Boydocks have. I think with the Koalas, you know, they got a good home base in Vegas, but, you know, travel anywhere in the Midwest, out west. I think there's a lot of room to grow the Bojdak Mafia and to try to compete with the Boydocks and cause some issues.
We haven't seen a lot of the stash, and I think that's the big, you know, a little bit of a specter that hangs around the league. You know, for all we know, he could be out there making deals right now, working right under the Bojdak Mafia's noses.
I think it's time for me, in the 10th year, going in, to hold on to the reins, take that torch, and become the new villain of the league. Call me Genghis Mun. I don't know. The Mun dynasty will truly rule as a iron fist. Just want to let you know that they're not the only ones that have a B in their full name. My full name is Shinwoo B. Moon. The B is abbreviated, but also it's just a B on the birth certificate. What could that stand for? The real beast? Possibly? Bojdak is his real last name, right? The B stands for Bojdak, but for me, the B can stand for anything. Am I the real beast? That's something you have to consider.